Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Nice to have you here. I'm in my dorm right now. Just moved in, college girl era, Studio Ghibli setup. Like, I'm so excited to be producing more content, hopefully on a more steady stream of scheduling. Point is, I'm not gonna make this intro too long. You can tell by the title of the video, I will be reading all 3 books in the Hunger Games series. Today, I'll be tackling The Hunger Games. The audiobook isn't that long. I'll give you like an exact estimate soon. It's Thursday, classes are over. I have like literally nothing to do for the rest of the day, so I'm excited to start that. I am kind of excited to be reading The Hunger Games. I was much more of a Divergent girly. I read all of those books multiple times. I read the first book of The Hunger Games when obviously the hype around it came out. I was very young. I was like 5th grade when I read the Divergent series, like maybe even 4th grade when I read the Hunger Games, or maybe like around that time. I don't really know. I watched the rest of the movies for the other Hunger Games books, but I never ended up reading them. So I'm excited to tackle them in this video. I have a lot of other series I just haven't got to, like the Graceling or Diviners, or you know, those popular YA ones. And that's why I have a booktube channel, so I can read them and share my opinions with you guys. So I'm gonna get started with the audiobook, maybe do some like dorm cleaning and actually like move in, and then I will just update you my thoughts on them. There's not a lot of filming area in my dorm, so I'm gonna have the weirdest angles, but I'm like about 40% in, which is like really nice. The audiobook is super short. I'm gonna put the length right here. I listened on like 3x speed, so I've been speeding through it while I'm reorganizing my dorm room. The Hunger Games just began and I am having the best time ever. I love it so much. It's really hard to dislike any character. I loved Katniss from like the very beginning. She is the moment, the blueprint, she is everything. I absolutely love Peeta as well. It's just a true dystopia. Like I miss dystopia so much. Like that was like, I guess, my childhood and what I grew up on, like The Giver, and obviously like Divergent, as I talked about. So being back in this era is really neat. Guys, I'm reorganizing my dorm cart right here, but that's not important because I'm 60% in right now and somebody just died, and I'm not gonna spoil what happened, but it's really sad and I know it happened. I've seen the movie, I've read this book. It really just touched me. Like truly like incredible how these debut authors, like right off the bat, like even Veronica Roth, I know I keep comparing them, which is probably something they've heard their entire lives, but it's just a really easy comparison to make. And the fact that both of these like series were just debuts and they've shown how much an author is just like literally born with the gift of writing. I don't know why I felt so emotional in this scene when I knew what happened. Hey guys, so I'm about to head to dinner. I finished the Hunger Games and it literally did what everyone wanted to do. It was the blueprint, such a slay. I was definitely more of a Katniss girl growing up. I don't know what took me so long to finally read this over again. Like Tris was so meh compared to Katniss. Personally, everything that just happened was dripping on the edge of my seat. It was really nice like reliving it because I did see the movies multiple times and read the book, so it was just nice visiting it again, and I can't wait for Catching Fire because I heard it's even better. Hey guys, good morning. I just came back from walking for lunch. I'm about to head to class now. Just wanted to give an update because I started Catching Fire. As I said before, I heard it's better than the first one. I didn't really talk about characters that much in the first book, mainly because like their characters already seen before. First, I just want to say Gale. I need him to like shut the fuck up. Like I don't want to hear him speak. I don't know who gave him the audacity to have an opinion on stuff. I don't want to hear it. Love Peeta. Love that man. Love Katniss as well. She's great. So yeah, just gonna keep reading. Not much has happened. It's just the aftermath, I guess, of the Hunger Games. Tell me why I'm literally orange right now. Farther away, you can't hear me. It's just not good. So we're gonna work with this just for this clip. Anyway, I'm gonna update you my thoughts on Catching Fire while I water some succulents. The other day, there were some ants here by these succulents, so I'm kind of over the succulent thing right now. Not this handy dandy green spray bottle, obviously. I'm like 60 or 50% into Catching Fire, and we just got to the biggest plot twist. If you don't know already, a second Hunger Games obviously happens in Catching Fire. Like that's why the series is called The Hunger Games. I'm sure that's not a spoiler. It's weird pacing because like it's like we're getting halfway into it and then something new is starting. Did I already water this? I love the capitalist messaging in the Hunger Games. Like it was truly ahead of its time. Suzanne Collins like really inputs different parallels and things that go into capitalist structure in the Hunger Games and the way that it's written, and the political party in the Hunger Games just completely has different control than any other dystopia I've seen, and the parallels and different situations Katniss is being put in is truly nothing like I've ever seen in books. The way way they have control over certain political parties and make certain statements is really interesting. I didn't really talk about Haymitch yet. I don't know why. I think a backstory on Haymitch would be so interesting. He's such a vivid and dynamic character, which is not something I can say about the other characters really, or at least the other side characters. We're just at the big plot twist. Hida also does this thing where he likes to sprinkle in a little bit of drama. I need to know his zodiac sign. Like, that would be really interesting. And he always has like the most incredible stories he wants to tell the audience. Maybe he's a water sign. I'll look it up and let you know. And he just gave the performance of a lifetime. Excited to see how this book ends. Hey guys, I don't know if you can tell how hard I'm sweating, but my hair is literally curling up because that's how hot outside it is. Like, it's cloudy, like you don't see much sunlight. It's still the heat, the walk. I finished Catching Fire. Let me tell you what happened in the last 50% because oh my god, I love it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, same as the Hunger Games. Like, everybody was right, this sequel just hits different. I said in my last clip that I thought like Peeta was a water sign, but that makes no sense because like, why would I think he's like a Pisces? Like, I hate Pisces men. He's an Aquarius, which makes so much more sense. Like, that is the most water sign that's not a water sign you can get. Like, the name is literally Aquarius. Aquariuses are so creative and individual, and that's very Peeta. Definitely not a water sign, but I was close. One question I have is, why does Gale exist? Please let me know. I cannot think of a single reason of why he's there. He's not the vibe. Every time he spoke, I was like, please shut the fuck up. Like, nobody wants to hear your opinions. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say on this. Nobody's asking. I'm not asking. Like, they're not asking. Nobody's asking. Suzanne Collins like needs her check. Nobody does it like her. That ending was such a cliffhanger. Like, I don't know where we're gonna get from that. Most of the characters get separated. Like, they're not together. Like, there's a whole new like problem and dilemma. And, like, we're definitely coming to the climax right now. The conclusion can only be better than this, which is like crazy because it's already so good. It's kind of odd, as I said before, this is Suzanne Collins like only series. I think she has like a middle grade series, but like, if she can write this top tier literature, why isn't she getting her coin? Like, where is she at? So I'm gonna start Mockingjay tonight, so hopefully I'll give you an update on like the beginning tonight, and then I plan to finish it by this week so I can get this vlog up. Hey guys, good morning. Hope it's been bright and beautiful for everyone. This is my roommate's Go Jackets. His name is Buzz. Here on my windowsill. So I read a lot of Mockingjay last night, and then while I was getting ready this morning, I listened to some more, and I honestly have no updates for y'all. This book is longer than the other two, much more thicker and dense. Again, I have literally nothing to update you guys on. Book 2, as I said, ended with such a cliffhanger, so I was really interested to see where we go. And with the characters being separated, it means like Katniss has met so many other characters who I honestly don't really remember the names of because they're not really that important. It's a lot more plot heavy than the other ones. What surprises me though is like I actually have like literally no thoughts to give you. Things are just going smoothly, and by smoothly I mean like there's a war happening, they're planning for attacks, rebellion, and that end of dystopia grind. It's weird though because usually I like the first book, the last book, and then the middle book. It might be going like a downhill trajectory, like Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay. This is the trajectory right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna read some more today. Tonight I think I'll just give you my final thoughts on like all 3 books. Like, Hey guys, so I went to the bookstore today and I got the cutest little lanyard ever. Like, I love it so much. You'll be seeing me wear it like and everything. I wanted to give an update on Mockingjay because I did not finish it last night like I said I would. I had a comp sci quiz today that was brutal. We are not going to talk about it. I think I have like some sort of PTSD from it. Doing some coding right now, actually. I'll let you look at that and how much I'm suffering. Despite the reason my school exists in the first place, I am not a woman in STEM. I just noticed my lights were off. That's so cute. It also does this. And this. I like this one. I am pretty far into Mockingjay. I've literally not updated y'all because it's just so repetitive. I think just listening to any book on hours on end and the same thing is happening over and over again. It's very 3rd book dystopian, as I said before. They're like preparing for this war, overthrowing the government. It's just amazing how Suzanne Collins is just having the Capitol control the most atrocious things, put into play the most like horrific acts. And the thing is, this isn't surprising because the Capitol has created the Hunger Games. Like, there's a reason people are having PTSD. There's a reason why there's famine and starvation. So I don't know if this book exactly started the dystopian age. In hindsight, in 2020, I can just see how influential it is. It's like a great reason of why Katniss is not only fighting for herself or for her family, she's also fighting for like the benefit of a lot of people. What I think is super interesting about Mockingjay and the characters Suzanne Collins writes about is that each of them are suffering through PTSD and the events that they're going through very differently. Peeta currently is having a little problem. He's a little crazy, to say the least. It causes him not to like recognize demonize certain people or only remember like the worst things because, you know, of his PTSD and the way he's traumatized by the Capitol. The way like Suzanne Collins does not hold back on this messaging is just astounding. I really just appreciate how some of the characters are going through grief, some are angry with all of this. And the last main character I have to talk about, which there's a reason why he's last, is Gale. I don't really hate him. Like, I don't really hate my characters. I think I'm very forgiving towards them actually, but he genuinely like pushes my buttons. Like, Katniss is like a great standalone character on her own, so the fact that this love triangle is even like attempting to be like relevant to the story is just like a little bit annoying. And I mean to say that like in a minuscule nitpicking way, because it doesn't take away from the story. In fact, I do think it adds a lot, but sometimes I'm just like, is this necessary? It is so weird to film in the night. Anyways, point is, I finished Mockingjay. It took me a lot longer than I thought it would have, mainly because I had nothing to update you guys, so it just felt like it was longer. I'm just gonna start off and say it's just not the conclusion I wanted. Nothing really to update you guys. It was just the same thing happening over and over again. None of the deaths like shocked me. I knew it was coming. I liked it, but every character just felt lost in a way. Like something of them wasn't there. And that's either really good character writing if it was intentional, but if it wasn't, then that's like really bad character writing. These dystopias always shock me on how far they're willing to go, and this one did not hold back. Another character I didn't really talk about was Finnick. Finnick was a new character introduced in Catching Fire, and he's like a fan favorite. He is someone from the better districts, like District 2, but yet he was still part of the Hunger Games. And the parallels that we see with Katniss being from the lower district and Finnick being in the higher one were super interesting to see, because I feel like they both express PTSD and they both have different reactions. Finnick went through his own mental struggles and his own acceptance with the way the Hunger Games were. And the last thing I want to talk about is Katniss's ending. Katniss lost someone very close to her in the Hunger Games. I'm not gonna say who. And it's really depressing because she did everything to protect this person. This person isn't a significant character through the plot of the series, but very significant to the reasoning of why Katniss does things. And that's why her ending, some would characterize it happy, some would say it's completely against her character arc, and I've seen both sides of the argument, and all I can say is Katniss was written to be the person she was supposed to be. In a world where the Hunger Games even exists and thrives, the fact that she couldn't even get the ending that she got is, I think, a statement enough and a atonement to her character enough. So that's that. That's my Hunger Games reading vlog. Let me know if you want a Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes vlog. If not, I'll probably just talk about it in a wrap-up of some sort. Bye guys, love ya.